And we are back with another video, and this time again it's the fantasy show. So uh, I got a got a bit of a cold and like overall neck pain and stuff. But anyways, it's been that kind of a day. But the show must happen because last time there were a lot of positives on the stream. The Euro Fantasy one that we did uh, before the before the last match day three, and that got a lot of positive response because a lot of people took the advice, gave advice, and overall it worked out fairly good for me as well. So because we are heading into the knockout stages, and this is one of the most crucial stages right now for this entire tournament and anyone playing fantasy, I'll tell you why. Because the thing is, at this point of time, the knockout stages, you have a wild card which you have been given for free. You can make any number of changes, any number of players can be switched around, anything goes as far as making the number of changes you want. The budget has also gone beyond 100 million. If you just checked out your fantasy team, they have added a bit of budget as well. It goes beyond 100 million as well. The total, at least for me, it was above 100 million. I think it must be the same for everyone. So that is another hybrid thing that is part of this European fantasy, the Euro fantasy, I should say. So the thing is, now what happens is, why this is the crucial stage, the most crucial stage for me in this entire competition, the Euro fantasy competition, is one, because now you have a wild card that you can use, and the second thing is, as soon as this round is done, in the next round you're getting only three changes. So if you mess this round up big time, what will happen is you will have to take minus points in the next one. Your three changes will not be enough. You will have to make 4, 5, 10, not 10, but yeah, maybe 7 or 8 at least minimum changes, and then you will get the three free ones, and the rest will have to be minus points. So that is what makes this knockout stage, the round of 16, very important with respect to fantasy players and for fantasy lovers and everyone who's playing the European fantasy or the Euros 2020 fantasy right now. This is the most crucial stage of your entire fantasy tournament. If you get this wrong, you will end up losing more points before the next round. If you get it right, you'll probably be able to manage in three transfers, and most of your players will continue for the rest of the tournament as well. So, quickly getting into a few things. One thing that is a major change before I just show you my fantasy team and what I've been doing around with it. The thing that I want to mention to you guys is, remember, there is a major rule change which some may forget. So, do not forget this. For this round onwards, like, which is the round of 16, you can pick four players from a single team rather than three. Till the last round, it was match day three, it was three players from each team is a maximum number. From this round onwards, you can pick a maximum of four players from each team. So whether it is Italy, whether it is Netherlands, whether it is France, whichever team, whichever country you are putting your money on, you can take a maximum of four players from that country. It's not three anymore. So do not get confused. Do not let go of an opportunity. Maybe you may feel that Italy is going to not concede, Italy will keep another clean sheet. You may think that, okay, I can take three Italian players. No, you can take four. So last round, what I did was, big up John as well in the chat. I am doing well and hope you are doing well as well. Last round, what I did exactly was, I got in a couple of Italian defenders before the match day started. I brought them in. I brought Emerson and Toloi, and both of them kept a clean sheet. I was thinking, considering a third defender as well from Italy, but then I let it go. And so let me just share with you my team overall, like what is the current situation, so that you guys can take a look as to what has happened. I haven't had a great start. The problem with me in every fantasy tournament is, it's about the start. That is my problem. My match day one is very poor always, even in FPL, and that is where I end up dropping points, because I am a very quick learner, you can say, in the fantasy sport. I learn and I adapt, and like, if I'm giving my all, then I am able to adjust and get the best players. But my starts are bad, and this time I have a plan for it. I'll be probably taking tips from someone for the game week one, so that I start off on a positive note. Even last season, what happened is, when I started off with my team, I eventually used the wild card in the second week itself, like after the first week. Big up, and big up to Himanshu as well. So this is what is my team. I'm just sharing it on screen. Just give me 30 seconds. So as I was saying, the problem was again last season FPL as well. Match day 2, or you can say game week 2, I was already using my wild card. That shows again that has been my problem right through that. The weeks, first few weeks, or the first week mainly, my team is always, it doesn't get it. Like it doesn't go. You can say it doesn't click for some reason. It's not click for the last 2 years, even though this was my third season only as a full-time FPL player. I have played 3 seasons now. The first one was obviously a bit casual. The second two have been more serious because of the prize money involved as well in my paid league. So let me just get into the team. As I was mentioning, let me share the screen with you guys. Like what I have done so far in the Euro Fantasy, nothing that great because, as I said, uh, my first week was a big mess. My last game week, that is match day 3, was the best out of the all the three. And unfortunately, I messed up one thing which cost me in match day 2, which is like I changed my captain at the wrong time and then Mbappe didn't deliver. Anyways, I lost 10 points there. I could have been on 180, but I'm on 170. So that is a mess as well. As you can see, before we go ahead, 1 second, I just wanted to show you one thing. Yeah, there are still 2 hours 22 minutes left for the deadline, and so go and make your changes, guys. Okay, with respect to match day 1, as I was saying, 46 points. Shit. Match day 2 could have been 64, but it ended up being 54, and match day 3, 70 points. So that was my team. But before that, I'll just show you what happened in match day 3 and how it went to 70 points. And big up to Parth as well in the chat. So this is how it went to 70. 1 second, I'll just zoom in on a bit more on it. Yeah. So Yarmachuk, Embolo, I could have gone for Shaqiri somewhere, but Malin got me 5 points. I was thinking Lukaku, but Shaqiri again, as I said, I was thinking Shaqiri and Lukaku probably, but I took Embolo, Malin, and all these guys. But okay, Malin got me an assist. Perisic's captain choice this time, it clearly worked out. Wijnaldum could have been a captain, but I didn't consider him as a captain choice at that point of time. Kimmich 2 points, Havertz 7, Gosens 1. He was the most disappointing player, if you can see. Germany didn't click. Toloi and Emerson, as I said, Stecklenburg. Sommer, Munier, Rodriguez, and Yarmolenko. These guys played before, so I had put them in the first team. When they did not fire, eventually I took them out and made the changes. So this was the best game week so far that I've had, or the best match day. You can say match day 3, and the wild card was used. Okay, now this is the free wild card. I had Ronaldo in my team before, but his price tag is just too much. Now I have him in my team right now. Ronaldo is currently my captain. I'm obviously going to change that. It's not going to be Ronaldo because he's playing later. Benzema, Immobile, Wijnaldum, Insigne, Locatelli, Ferran Torres. Here I had Kai Havertz. I have put in Ferran Torres. Then I still have around 1.3 million something. I think I have left in my bank. Spinazzola, he's been very good for me. He's given me points. Roberts is a differential, and Dumfries. So, and Hugo Lloris in goal, Stecklenburg, Eric Garcia, again a differential because I don't think Pau Torres is going to be playing. Let's see. I don't know. I think he'll go with Eric Garcia. He's going to stick to that. Gosens is here and Kimmich is here. Now, I am still considering, based on the fixtures, a few changes which I may make on the video live itself, or maybe a bit later on in the day, because I don't want to reveal everything about my team. Now some of the things that I want to talk about here in this is Italy. If Italy does what they have been doing, they dominate the game, they do not concede a goal. Again, here I was thinking that rather than taking Roberts, I may go in for another Italian defender, but then I want to keep Insigne, Immobile, and Locatelli there because these guys look like the, you can say, realistic guys who can score the goal for Italy. And Italy is playing, if you see the fixtures, they're playing against Austria. If Italy get in the mood, they can maybe score 3 or 4 goals as well, and they end up keeping a clean sheet as well. So they haven't conceded, I think, in the last 10 games, if I'm not wrong. It might be more, but I think at least in the last 10 games they've not conceded a single goal. And in this Euro so far, they haven't conceded a single goal. So Italian defense, but then if you're compromising and getting in many Italian defenders, then you will eventually lose some of their attackers somewhere. So you need to take your risk. You can do that. You can take in 3 Italian defenders, But then again, if Austria scores, then you're in a mess. So at the end of the day, I have Immobile right now, Insigne right now, Locatelli. I think everyone must have had at least two of these players right through the season, and they may have at least two of them now, if not more. And as I said, Spinazzola is my left hand side fullback. If you are not happy with him, you can take the other fullback as well. No worries about it. It's one and the same. But I think sorry, hold on. I was saying the other wing back, the right back will not the wing back, the other full back, the right back is like he produces more from what I've seen. I'm trying to recollect his name. He produces more and he pushes forward a bit more. Yeah, it's Di Lorenzo. So he's the one who's more aggressive in some aspects. So if you want to keep him, you can keep him as well. And let's see what happens. So overall, as I said, Ronaldo, Benzema, Immobile. The only concern is that I want more French players because I feel that they are going to destroy. They're going to destroy Switzerland. I don't think Switzerland. Like I mean, I put out this meme on Twitter. Granit Xhaka, when he realizes they're going to play France, dude, I'm going to shit my pants. That was the meme that I just put out. And apparently, his deal to Roma is completed today, so it will be announced after he returns from the Euros. Anyways, so Eric Garcia, Gosens, Kimmich. I'm a bit concerned after Gosens' performance last time. If they end up losing to England, I have my doubts there. But knowing Gareth Southgate, the other thing is he'll play a very defensive kind of style of football. So, one second. I get the feeling between Germany and England, it might be a one-goal fixture, like a one-goal thing, or if for some reason Gareth Southgate decides to open up the floodgates, I think then it may be high scoring and Gosens may get involved as well. Kimmich has been consistent, you can say. He's not been the best, but some of the games he's been like very good. They were unlucky to lose to France, that own goal by Hummels, but I think Kimmich is a decent shout as well. The player that I've removed is Kai Havertz for Ferran Torres. I get the feeling Croatia is going to play an open game. Like they are aging to an extent, but if say suppose Spain scores a goal like they did against which was the team, Spain, like if Spain just scores the first goal, like once they score a goal, Croatia will have to open up the floodgates. Yeah, Slovakia. So Croatia will have to like push forward and try to equalize, and big up the Hindu Stoic and big up Brownie as well. Kevin Moore should be a number 10. I would take him at Arsenal, but right now in my fantasy team, I am a bit skeptical about him because I know he's a decent player. I'm not denying that. But the thing is, look at my front three: Immobile, Benzema, and Ronaldo. Who in their right minds will take Kefir Moore over any of these three? I won't. Because Ronaldo is scoring penalty after penalty, even if he's not scoring from open play, he's getting the goals. Benzema is scoring goals. Benzema against Switzerland. Again, I am not too keen on Griezmann, but Mbappe is one that I was considering. But Mbappe has been disappointing in the last round for me. So, and Immobile definitely. The guy may miss chances, I don't care. But the way Italy's playing, I think Immobile is a big shout. And the Hindu Stoic is saying I've selected almost the same forwards except that I've taken Lukaku instead of Ronaldo. Lukaku, I think he got one goal. Ronaldo got two, but they were penalties. So that is another concern. If Belgium gets a penalty, I think Kevin De Bruyne takes those. So the thing is that I think I want to be safe in that aspect. And I think a lot of people will have Ronaldo as well. A lot of people may have Lukaku as well. I get the feeling that one sec. I get the feeling that Portugal's defense would be a bit more better than maybe what Belgium's might be. I get the feeling because Ronaldo will run around those Spurs defenders like they're dolls, mannequins, you can say. So someone was telling me that, and that is my friend Dali. He was saying that, and I agree with him in a way. I think Portugal has better defenders, and they will actually try to mess around with Lukaku, push him around, and try to be a bit physical. Pepe will be in his face if he's playing. So that is another thing. That is why I am more comfortable having Ronaldo. It's up to you guys. It's your choice. It's your wish, and it's up to you guys. 1 second. Yeah, so it's up to you guys. You can choose either one. I have taken Ronaldo as my choice. You can take Ronaldo or Lukaku, as the Hindu Stoic mentioned. So either one can fire, but I feel more secure because, as I said, if Ronaldo is not scoring goals from open play, he'll probably be taking those penalties as well. Why I'm saying penalties, he'll be probably taking those penalties as well, and that gives him an opportunity to get more points as well. And also, apart from that, what will happen is he also can get an assist as well. So either way, yeah, I am not going to tell you which one to take. It's your choice. I have taken Ronaldo right now, and but I'm obviously going to be changing the captain. So hold on, I was just getting that call again. Probably the guy penalties, yeah, penalties. But the other guys are with respect to, if you look at this, uh, as I was saying, Benzema. Again, Benzema, if France dominates Switzerland, which I feel they will, I get the feeling France is going to be dominating and smashing the shit out of Switzerland. And Granit Xhaka is going to get a goodbye present before he goes back home and picks his stuff up and gets the hell out of Arsenal and goes to Roma. So I think France is going to spank Switzerland left, right, and center. They're going to beat the shit out of them, and that is why I wanted more French players in my team. So at present, I was able to only fit Benzema in because Italy is for me. Italy should be a sure shot quarterfinalist. Now, unless Austria suddenly gets a dose of what Diego Maradona used to be on and destroys Italy or beats them somehow, it would be a shocker. The whole world would be in shock. It's not that I've not seen it happen. I've seen it happen with Italy. That is why, even though I've seen Italy be impressive so far, I've never been saying that Italy is my team or my pick to be the best choice to be the winner. I do not see it in Italy yet because Italy has had this habit before as well. They have dominated group stages. They have gone into the knockouts and one bad game and they're out. It has happened with Italy. I am not saying it will happen again against Austria. Austria, I'm very skeptical about it, but Italy does have those kind of tendencies. So in the past, at least. So if that happens, then it could be a big backfiring thing, and I will have to bring in all my all my bench players, which is Garcia will come in, Gosens will come in, Kimmich will come in, depending on if any of them gets any points more than 2 points. So let's see what happens there. Yes, Italy is, so that is the reason. Otherwise, I wanted to keep more French players in my team, but the problem is I'm not able to like have a slot for French players. And 1 second, Igal was wanted the link as well. Big up to Aditya as well in the chat. The problem is I wanted to keep more French players in my team, but unfortunately the problem is that where are the slots? And French forwards, obviously I wanted to keep more French forwards. Where are the slots now? You tell me. Benzema is the one I fit in. I don't want to get rid of Ronaldo because he's scoring either penalties or open play. I got Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum is kicking ass. Big up Dali as well. Big up Matthew as well. You got Mbappe. Should I get Benzema instead? The reason I've gone for Benzema is because Mbappe has been disappointing for me for one game week. The other thing is Benzema is the target man. They are supposed to be like Griezmann and Mbappe, kind of build the play for Benzema. So that is why I've gone for Benzema. It's your choice. You can choose either Mbappe or Benzema. They are both good choices. And Igal is there in the backstage. Big up to you, Igal.
Yo, okay, thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Always welcome. Another choice. Just 1 second. Another choice, Havertz. Yeah, I had Havertz in my team, but I chose Ferran Torres over him. So Ferran Torres is a cheaper option. I still have the money, but you can probably pick him. And Parth is saying Benzema is on penalties, so Benzema is a better shout in comparison. I have Benzema. I'm happy about it. Havertz against England, I would take him. The only thing is that I wanted to like save some money because it was going overboard. Ferran Torres is cheaper. Igal, what do you think of my team currently? What would you change?
I would change a lot. Okay. First things first. You have two
Yeah,
Italian midfielders in Insigne and Locatelli. You should
yeah.
upgrade Locatelli, and you should have an Italian defender and a
I have
goalkeeper.
Spinazzola.
No, but
Spinazzola.
why
Yeah,
do you have Lloris and Kleptenberg? The problem is
yeah.
I would change Lloris to Donnarumma.
Okay.
The reason being, right? Reason being, Italy's more nailed on for a for a clean sheet, and I would take either Immobile off, or I would take Insigne off, one or the other. But my personal opinion, Immobile, take him out and put in Depay.
Okay, I'll tell you the reason why I've not gone for more Italian defenders or goalkeeper is because I feel Austria is very weak in comparison to Italy, and we can have like a goal fest, like 3 to 4 goals coming from Italy. I get that feeling if Italy plays the way that they have been playing. So out of Immobile, Insigne, and Locatelli, I get the feeling there are at least a couple of goals between the three players. One of them will probably get an assist. If not an assist, then what will happen is two of them may get a goal or an assist, and one of the players will not get anything apart from 2 points, and I can remove that player, like make a transfer eventually. So what I've done is, because go
I'm
ahead.
gonna come back on my laptop.
Sure, sure, no worries. And yeah, so as Igal was pointing out, Depay is a good shout. I'm not denying it. The only concern there is, again, I got Dumfries, I got Wijnaldum. I'm still getting that call. 1 second, hold on. I'm just mentioning that I'll call him back. Anyways, yeah. So the thing is, again, I was saying Dumfries is there, Wijnaldum is there. Wijnaldum has been doing great for me. I'm very happy with the response that Wijnaldum is giving me currently. I wouldn't remove him from my team at all. Dumfries is owning it as well. He's killing it as well. Now, the thing is, with the Czech Republic, I have my doubts to an extent. Like, Czech Republic can become very good. They can play very good football, or they can be the actual opposite, like complete opposite, and not show up at all. That happens with a lot of teams, but I am kind of happy with my Dutch players. And Depay, I could remove Immobile, but I get the feeling that if Italy gets in the mood, it's going to be another 3-0 kind of scoreline against Austria. And I feel Lloris or Donnarumma both are good choices either way. Yeah, exactly. I get the feeling. I get the feeling that there will be some. Uh, I mean, Switzerland may not even score a goal against France if France actually steps up. And my best keeper so far in the tournament has been Stecklenburg. He's given me, I think, a couple of clean sheets already. If I'm not wrong, last round he got a clean sheet. Before that, did he not get a clean sheet as well? No, he in the first game week, I think they conceded a couple against Ukraine. Then they beat Austria 2-0. Yeah, and last 2 games he's given me clean sheets. So I'm very happy with Stecklenburg as well. If the Czech Republic does not show up, Stecklenburg will be in goal for me at that point of time. And 1 sec. Yeah, and the next day, then it's going to be Lloris. Stecklenburg is going to be coming into my team. He's going to be in my starting, you can say, he's going to be my first choice right now because he's not going to be on the bench. Lloris is going to be on the bench, and Stecklenburg is going to be the sub in. I'm doing it right now in front of you guys. So hold on, give me 30 seconds. I'm making that change. See, I just made the team. I haven't done the substitutions. I haven't done the captain side of thing yet. All those changes that you need to make. I have just made the team some time ago, and I just left it there for this video. So big up to Ayush as well in the chat. And Parth is saying Donna will save you some money, which you can improve. I still have around 1.5 million or 1.3 million. Wait, I'll show you how much money I got left. I've not taken Locatelli, 1.2 million. I've not taken Locatelli. Trust me, guys, I've not taken Locatelli as a cheap buy. He's not a cheap buy for me. The reason I've taken Locatelli is because out of Insigne, Immobile, and Locatelli, I am expecting a couple of goals, or an assist, like either goals or assist, goal contributions, goal involvement. You can say whatever that is called. I am expecting at least a couple. If Italy plays the kind of football that we have seen them play, it's going to be probably maybe a 3-0 kind of game again. And if that happens, then again, as I say, Insigne, Locatelli, and Immobile, any two out of those will either have a goal or they will have an assist to their name. There will be one player out of the three who will not fire, and that is where I will either bring in Gosens, Kimmich, or maybe even Eric Garcia, depending on the day. So that is my plan. It is like an odds kind of thing where you're putting your risk on the players. If at the end of the day, if Italy ends up losing the game and all of them fail, then what I have to do is I have to bring in all my three substitutes in immediately. So Kimmich, anyways, I like Kimmich. He's one of the best midfielders. You can say one of the most versatile players as well. So I have no problems bringing in Kimmich. If one of these guys fails to fire, I think Kimmich will be always my first choice to come in. Logically as well, because the others are defenders. But at the end of the day, again, so this is what I'm trying to say. And the other thing is, with respect to the Wales game, the only Welsh player that I have is Roberts, and Connor Roberts is the one that I have. So he's going to be the only Welsh player that is going to be in my team. And why I have kept him there is, if Denmark tries to play a kind of, you can say, like a defensive kind of game, and it ends up being 0-0 in the 90 minutes and it goes into extra time, or if Wales ends up winning the game, like my expectations is Wales will be winners against Denmark. I get that feeling. If that happens, in that case, I think then it works out for me. And another thing, Connor Roberts also plays as a wing back. He doesn't play exactly as a defender. So that is why I have Connor Roberts. That is the only Welsh player that I have in my team. I can still upgrade on him, but I don't want to, because the thing is, I am expecting that I according to me, I feel that Wales is going to win this one, and it will be like a 1-0 kind of win. So that is why I've kept Connor Roberts as well in my team. And who else? Insigne, Locatelli, these guys. Ferran Torres. I had Kai Havertz here. I think I could have still fit him in with the budget that I had, but I have made this change because at the end of the day, I am not sure how Germany will play against England, because England likes to sit back and defend, and like because of what Gareth Southgate's apparent philosophy is. So that is why I put my more faith in Ferran Torres against Croatia. He's been kind of like a lot energetic as well. And the only concern there for Ferran Torres right now for me is, will he start the game? Because even though he scored against Slovakia, he didn't start the game. That is my only major concern. So I'm still just considering that as a last minute trick, because as I said, I don't know what is Luis Enrique's obsession with Alvaro Morata. There have been so many trolls. He's been getting trolled left, right, and center. If you checked out my page, Troll Football Generation, the meme, the post shared by Anuj in the WhatsApp group that you guys know as well, I shared it there as well. And so that was shared there as well. Like he kissing his girlfriend on or is that his wife? I did not check that out. I don't know his personal life, but yeah, he kissing. I think it's his girlfriend. He kissing her on the nose, and the post saying that he even missed the target here. So that is that, and overall, as I was saying, that things are kind of like getting there with respect to the team. I may need to make a few changes here and there, but I'm overall still happy with the team that I have right now. And let me know, guys, what do you think about it? As Igal was mentioning that he would probably get rid of Lloris. He will get in an Italian goalkeeper or a defender. I think if France play the way I'm expecting them to play, even if they end up winning like 1-0 kind of victory against Germany that they had, I think Lloris will also keep a clean sheet. That is considering the fact that Stecklenburg doesn't keep a clean sheet. Who's my first choice? Okay, my cold is back now. As I was telling you, it's that kind of a day. If Stecklenburg doesn't keep a clean sheet against the Czech Republic, Lloris will be my man to go for against Switzerland. Eric Garcia versus Croatia. I think Spain is going to beat Croatia. I know some of the football fans have been saying that Croatia will probably beat them, but I get the feeling that it will be the other way around. Even though I put out a tweet Luis Enrique has been shit for right now. So far, Luis Enrique has been shit as a manager. I've not liked what I've seen from him. His team has done well in that last game, but the guy is obsessed with Alvaro Morata. I mean, get a life, dude. I mean, you didn't take any Real Madrid players. I can understand because like some of them are old and probably you didn't want them in your team. But what is this obsession that you have with Alvaro Morata, man? Exactly. I mean, I'm not saying don't keep him, but you can put him on the bench and probably start a Ferran Torres as a false nine. You can do something about it. You can make a few changes here and there. So that is another concern, and that is the problem. So as I was saying, I am just concerned with respect to Morata. So what happens there, and Ferran Torres, will he start? Yeah, Igal, go ahead. You were saying some changes. You wanted a keeper from Italy.
How many points you on?
I am on 170.
170.
Yeah, my last game week was the best. The first one was the worst. I could have been on 180.
I've been so shit, bro. I've absolutely been garbage.
Being part of a paid league kind of motivates you to do more, and you get like more updates, and like it becomes competitive. You start improving to an extent, you can say, in that sense. But FPL last season, FPL, I eventually, like, I was out of it because of the IPL fantasy that I was hosting. But I think this is a short tournament, so I think it kind of pushes you there. You realize and you look at other people's teams in your league, and you also see what they are doing, and especially the ones who are leading the charts. So I think that also helps to an extent. But my starts are always poor. I could have had 64 points in match day 2. I changed my captain from Immobile, who had, I think he had 14 points. I put Mbappe. Mbappe got 2 points, which became 4. So I lost 10 points there. But overall, I'm happy with match day 3. Now, this is the main time, because if this gets messed up, next round, we are only getting 3 substitutes, 3 transfers, free transfers. So if this gets messed up, your entire fantasy is messed up. If you get this right, your entire fantasy till the final will be smooth, because 3 transfers in the next one, 5 in the next after that, and 5 for the final. So that is what are the assigned transfers. So that is why this is a very crucial stage.
Sorry, my neighbors are playing music very loud, so I don't want it to pick it up. You can get
no worries. No worries. I don't think it will pick up that much music.
It's very loud. You can hear it, right?
No, I can't hear it. That is why.
Okay. Can I share my screen?
Yeah,
I have a situation. I don't know what to do.
What just happened? Oh, I think he just dropped out by mistake. 1 second, I'm adding him. Igal.
Let me share it.
Yeah, I have removed my screen. And big up in people in the chat as well, coming in and coming out, going out again. As I was saying, my major concern is...
Go check it out.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, my major concern is...
This is where I'm stuck. Okay. I want to improve my defense, right? But yeah. I don't want to. I was contemplating. This is the team that I had preset. So I had something like this, right? And instead of Insigne, I had, what do you call it? I had Kevin De Bruyne. Where is it? I had Kevin De Bruyne. I had an Italian midfielder that was not Insigne, because everyone's going with Insigne. But I'm gonna captain Berardi, Beretta, and I was gonna use Verratti or another Italian defender.
Okay.
To close off my team, because isn't it that Italy face France next?
Yeah, that is if both of them go through. They do.
Yeah. So do I really want heavy investment on Italy when I want to make changes?
That is why I've only taken one defender and from Italy, and I've taken more, you can say, attacking players, because even if Italy versus France happens and it is an open game, then it could like have goals. It could still have
Okay.
goals.
So do you want to see what my reset team is? This is my team right now, as it is. I'm not happy with my defense. I need to change my defense, right?
Okay.
So I want to, first things first, I want to remove these two, and I want to bring in Gossin, because I feel like even if Germany don't win the game, he'll still get an attacking outlet, right? And next to him, it makes sense for the longevity to have what do you call it? Another French player, right? It does.
Yeah, French attacking players, defenders. Right now, you can take them.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go defender, and I'm gonna go a French defender, because I don't know how good Spain is gonna do. Or I could go completely differential and just go 1, 2, and then just go Kevin De Bruyne to where's Kevin De Bruyne? So I could go Kevin De Bruyne, I could go take out Insigne, and I could go Sterling, right? And then for my last two spots, I'll go Moreno as striker, because Moreno has been playing as a striker for Spain. So I would go Moreno, and then I'd have 4.4 left over, and I would use that on another Italian defender. So that is my differential team. My differential team. Where is it? Where's an Italian defender? Let me get an Italian defender. So I've been contemplating. I don't know what to do with this, because I know if Thing doesn't play, Bastogne is going to play. So this is my team. Oh, I'm 1% short. What the hell happened? How did that happen?
No, you're just having less money. It's not
No,
sure.
I'm
You're
negative
0.1.
1. I'm negative 1.
Yeah. Let me just help you out. Give me 30 seconds. Let me just address what the hell. 1 second. Give me 30 seconds. When do defenders get clean sheets? They get after 60 minutes. Extra time doesn't count. It's only 90 minutes. And good skimming through the rules, and Google was taking too long. Okay. Yeah, as I said, it's going to be they have to play 60 minutes. The extra time doesn't count in the fantasy. It's only for 90 minutes. Go ahead, Igalno.
So I was going to take out Insigne, right? And,
Okay.
and as you can see, I have 9.5 left over. So that 9.5, I could get a lot of attackers. I could get a lot of it. I could get a lot of
go for
9.5.
You can go for a Havertz. I've gone for a Ferran Torres instead.
This is not the team that I want to go for, though. I'm going to go for a lot safer of a team, right? This team is very differential. So if somebody wants to go with a team that's very different from everybody else, this is a team that I highly suggest, because you have Cristiano Ronaldo. A lot of people have Lukaku.
Yeah.
You have coverage everywhere, and then instead of Bastogne, you could actually now upgrade that to 2 quality Italian defenders. But then
my only concern is that Spain, Moreno, I don't know what's going on with him. He's not been utilized properly by Luis Enrique.
Yeah, I hear that. Let me just finish this team, and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
So this is who's guaranteed nailed on for this team. Bonucci is, but I'm not gonna play Bonucci. I'm gonna Di Lorenzo is somebody back?
No, they aren't.
Kimpembe, where's Kimpembe? Okay, go Kimpembe. Still costs too much. Okay, so Di Lorenzo. Emerson's not starting, is he? No, he's not.
No, Emerson won't start. It's Peninsula.
This guy's 5.6. That fucks up my money.
You can go for Pau Torres then as the defender. If Eric Garcia.
I don't want Pau Torres. I don't want no Spanish defenders. I know they're gonna concede. That's why I went with a striker.
Okay.
So
which slot are you trying to fill right now?
This right here is my team without Benzema. I want to go without Benzema. I genuinely believe it's not a good idea to go with Benzema, but everyone's going with Benzema. So I put him in my team, but that means I have to take Pogba out. I put Insigne in my team.
Okay.
I don't want to put Pogba. I don't want. Okay, so my ideal midfield, if I could show you my plan for the midfield, let me do this again.
Yeah.
Let me change the formation. My plan is to end the week with these 3 guys, right, performing, and a stacked midfield. So my midfield that I want to stack it up with Oh no, that's not the formation I want to go with. Cancel. Reset. You see, as you can tell, I'm very indecisive, but I've gone through it all over and over again in my head with what team I want to play, how I want to play. So I have 4 defenders, right?
Yeah.
But I want Emils Forsberg as the backup on the bench. Now, if that's the case, I can't afford to have Pogba, Kevin De Bruyne, Gini Wijnaldum, and Forsberg in the team. That's why I wanted to take out Benzema and put in Moreno, so I could sneak in what's his name, Kevin De Bruyne. Does that make sense?
I think what you should do is you should keep Benzema and get rid of Pogba and get in De Bruyne.
Get rid of Pogba and get in De Bruyne. Okay, so I get in De Bruyne, but my defense is still shit.
But I think Spinazzola is a good shout. Dumfries is a good shout.
No, but look at this. That's the problem.
And you have a -2 as well.
Yeah, no, I can sort that out. So this is how I sort that out. So I take out Pogba, I bring in Kevin De Bruyne, I take out Benzema, and what I do is I don't have any France assets against Switzerland.
So that is a problematic point.
Yeah, that is an issue. So I need to have France assets. So this is where I'm gonna have my France assets. I'm gonna sort out my midfield in a bit. These are my 3 nailed on midfielders. My defense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work my way back. So bench, I want to have German defender who gets forward, who contributes a lot. Right? Gosens is the guy. Then I need a cheap defender who plays late in the week. I was gonna go with a Spanish defender who plays late in the week, who's cheap, right?
Yeah, go for either Torres or Garcia. No, go for Torres or Garcia. They are cheap.
But who's gonna start, Torres or Garcia?
Last game, Garcia started. They dominated the game, and he was also good enough. Laporte got enough chances, you can say, to showcase his on the ball skill. I get the feeling it's going to be Garcia. He's not going to mess around, even though Torres came on as a substitute as well.
Okay, so now I have 16 million. Note that if I get Insigne in, I can't have Pogba. So I take Pogba out, but now I only have 8.1 left.
How much is De Bruyne?
De Bruyne is worth 10. So if I want De Bruyne, I have to take out Insigne, or I have to take out Verratti.
I would say take out Verratti and get in Locatelli.
But I also have Forsberg as my differential for the last captain at the end of the week, if needed.
Ryan, hold on. We are discussing fantasy, so the game. So hold on. I'll have you on in some time, maybe. But let this one discussion go on for now. You can take Kimmich. I have Kimmich as well, but
no,
then you can.
I'm not willing to put Kimmich in. So at this moment, I want to have Kevin De Bruyne. I want to have Insigne. I want to have Verratti, and I want to have Forsberg. But I have to sacrifice either my attacker, my forward in Benzema, or my defense in Gosens. So I could risk the midfield. I don't see Ronaldo has to score. Kevin De Bruyne is going to do well. Benzema is going to do well. These guys are going to do well. But it's between do I make this play to make it more affordable for myself, or do I go for the power play?
See, I think if you don't want to drop Berardi, then drop Insigne and get in a cheap midfielder. You're done then. 6.1 million midfielder.
How much is Verratti? Verratti is still too much money. This is a problem, you see. The money restrictions is really effing me over.
But didn't your budget go above 100 million? Mine went above 100 million when I sold some of my players.
I think my budget's higher than 100 million.
Sorry, it should be, I think. When I took out my entire team. Hold on, you can see that later. But right now, you have a. Why are you taking Verratti even though he's going to be central? He's going to be at the center of midfield. Hold on, Ryan. I'll add you in some time. Let us just sort this issue out, and then I can hear the team out as well. Or you can type it in the chat till then. So the thing is, again,
I could just take Cousins.
yeah, it's 105 this round. That is what even Parth is saying. That is what even I have seen.
Look, this is the problem. I can only have one of Benzema or De Bruyne.
See, I think you should make adjustments. Like one, you can have one player who's like a discarded player and keep both of them, because the thing is, the only concern is that De Bruyne has a tough match against Portugal. It's not going to be easy. Benzema probably has a comparatively much easier game, and he has a much easier game in comparison. Big up Ryan, definitely. We can have a look at that team as well. So thank you, Ryan.
All right, let me show you my team.
Michael, yeah, go ahead.
This is what I'm gonna do. I've changed my mind. Forget about all the indecisiveness. I have one choice. Either I downgrade Insigne,
yeah,
and keep Benzema,
yeah,
or because my defense is screwed. I have to fix my defense. Right? I have to. What do I do with this defense? I have to fix it, right? So I'm gonna wait until the Denmark game is confirmed. If the Denmark game is confirmed, Melia is starting, obviously, which he always does. Then what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna hope and pray they get a clean sheet. I'm gonna keep Insigne. I want to get in Benzema so bad, but I'm gonna take Benzema out. I'm gonna go with the Spaniard. Where is he?
Moreno.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Moreno, because Moreno, or
you can type it in the search. You can type
or
it.
I could go with him. It's a tough one, but in my opinion, I'm going with Kevin De Bruyne. I'm going with De Bruyne. I'm going with Thing, and then I'm gonna sort out the final spot. I'm going to sort out the final spot by taking out Benzema. Everybody's going to have Benzema. Every single person is going to have Benzema. The thing is, Benzema plays on which date? He plays on
the last one day before the last, or the last, if I'm not wrong.
He plays on the 28th. Who do I have playing on the 28th? I'm going to have Moreno playing.
One day before the last, yeah.
That's why I'm replacing Benzema with Moreno, because Moreno, if Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't bag, these guys don't bag, I still have Forsberg, right?
No, he'll play before, so you have to bring him in.
You know what? Fuck it. If I'm gonna take him out, I'm gonna bring in a France defender. So look, this is the plan. So Spanish. Where is it? Spanish.
Another reason why I didn't take a French defender. I would just want to give you this advice before we go into the other comments as well. Hernandez is injured. Digne is injured. He's out for the tournament. Pavard was shit. There go the fullbacks. So you can take central defenders, but it's up to you. That is why I've not taken any of the French defenders at all.
I don't know about Insigne. What do you think?
See, the thing is, if you're taking only Insigne from Italy, you have a couple of other players as well. You can take 4 from each team, if you remember. So that is why what I've done is I have gone with probability that 4 of them in my team, at least 3 out of the 3, that is Locatelli, Insigne, and Immobile, 2 of them will fire and at least give me a goal and an assist. If Spinazzola gets a clean sheet, that's the best thing that could happen as well. So one player I'm ready to sacrifice eventually and get in Kimmich or Gosens or even Eric Garcia, depending on whether they start for Spain or what happens with Germany. At the end of the day, that will be a risk that I can take. So even for you, I am saying this. I think you should have more Italians, and you definitely need to have at least a French player in your team. I know you are taking a risk with going with Kevin De Bruyne because you know that he'll take penalties, he can take free kicks, he can do a lot more. But you don't have any, like, apart from you don't have any attacking Italian players. I think Berardi is your most attacking one. Berardi is your most attacking one. That is what I'm saying. Like, I get the feeling Immobile almost scores in every game, even though he misses chances. So if you're okay with Insigne and Berardi, then it's great. But who else is there? Wijnaldum, no one can't replace him. Kevin De Bruyne is a good shout. I am still not convinced about the Moreno thing because he struggled under Luis Enrique. I am still not convinced about the Moreno pick. I know you are just putting him in. You can keep him, but it's a very big risk because he's not been firing at all. Like he's like surviving and scraping in that Spanish team right now.
Okay, I'm gonna show everybody the three
Yeah.
teams that I'm contemplating about. Okay, so this
Okay.
is one situation where I have Moreno, Cristiano Ronaldo thing, right? The other one is I have
Did you take a
Benzema.
screenshot of the team? Did you take a screenshot of the team?
I have Benzema, I have Pogba,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I have Benzema, Pogba. I keep it this way, right? And instead of having these two, I have Eric Garcia, and I have this guy. So this is the team that I've made right now. Do you like the team that I have already, people in the comments? Or do you want me to change it to the team that I'm thinking about? Downgrading these two and upgrading.
I like this team, the Italian and the French one, because I get the feeling Italy is going to slap Austria, France is going to slap Switzerland.
No, but the problem is then
Yeah.
Italy versus France, I'm going to have a situation where I'm going to have what? 4 subs?
Yeah. No, but the thing is, Igal, the thing is, these guys are midfielders. Like if Italy versus France is kind of a high-scoring game, or if you can keep Benzema, you can still probably keep Insigne because he takes the corners as well. The only two players you can maybe probably think about replacing is Pogba or Berardi if you don't want to keep either of them.
Okay,
if you want to stick with those, you can still stick with those.
Is Kevin De Bruyne essential for this week?
Oh,
Is
Ronaldo
Kevin De
versus
Bruyne essential? Mandatory, must have in your team.
It's a differential pick. It's risky. It's differential. That is the only thing. I don't think a lot of people may not have him because that game is going to be tough. It's not going to be as simple like a simple game. So it's a differential pick. It's a huge risk. If you want to go in for Kevin De Bruyne, you want to back him, you can. But then again, I think Pogba doesn't France have like any more cheap midfielders apart from Pogba who might be a bit more attacking? Like I know you want Benzema. Benzema is a good shout. I won't go for Griezmann, even though Griezmann may become the unlikely scorer if Mbappe is too costly. And who else? I'm thinking Verratti again. He's not like a forward goal scoring player. He may get an assist or so. Who else is there? Tolisso is there. How about Tolisso?
Forget about Insigne.
Okay.
Forget about Insigne. Everybody has him.
Okay.
How about this? This works. This works. Listen to this. Right? Still financial issues. That's the problem. It's going to cause financial issues no matter what because of the attack and the midfield being so strong. I have to take a sacrifice somewhere in the defense.
No, wait, hold on. The thing was, I think Pau Torres is like less than 4. What is his price? Just check his price. So if he's less than 4, you can just replace Eric Garcia with Pau Torres and your team fits in.
Is Pau Torres starting or is Eric Garcia starting?
See, that is last game. Enrique switched it around. He got a good result. So just check his price. Pau Torres, what's his price?
How about this? I got 9.3. That is how much? That is 4.5 players, right? So let me get under 5. 2 players from under 5.
Take Roberts if you want to take a differential. He's playing today. If he doesn't work, you can throw him out.
I have a Denmark player, and I have a Wales player. That's criminal.
It could be a goalless draw in full time, and then they may get a goal in extra time or maybe penalties. It depends. See, again, it depends. You are expecting Denmark to win today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that could work as well. Then don't go for him. Look at. I'll tell you Pau Torres's price. What is his price exactly? If I remember, he's
4.6.
4.6. He's like the cheapest Spanish defender that is there in the team, who has a chance of playing.
There's Italian defenders that have a chance of playing too.
Italian defenders, Bonucci.
Berardi, Bastoni.
No, will he be playing? Are you sure?
Is Bastoni going to be playing, guys?
Because I thought that it's going to be Spinazzola is going to be on the left hand side, and forget what happened in the last game, because that was like he changed everything around. So the other defenders that I remember that he plays is Di Lorenzo on the right, Bonucci, and Chiellini is obviously injured, so he's not going to be playing. I think then who is going to be the second centre back partner? That is the concern.
Oh shit! He scored a goal.
Who?
Roberts.
Yeah, he plays as a wing back. That is what I was saying. He plays as a right wing back. So that is the thing. Is Di Lorenzo a good shout? Because I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play as well. So I think he's more attacking than Spinazzola. So if you want to keep him, you can keep him, because if Italy gets a clean sheet, both of them get a clean sheet.
Here's my theory. My theory is just keep the Italian players as it is, bring him back in, and then go back to a striker situation. Go back to a striker situation and just bring in Moreno. Make my life a lot easier, right? Bring in.
Yeah.
Then I go to midfield. I bring in De Bruyne. Should make my life a lot easier. And then I have 10 million. From there, I can just go 2 good defenders. Oh, stupid. Gosens. And then now I have 5.4 remaining. Go under 5. This is what I'm going with. This is my final team. I'm not changing my mind, people. So this is 5.4. Oh, who's defenders, not midfielders? 5.4 defenders. 5.4 Christensen. Fuck it. Go two Danish defenders. That's crazy. That's crazy.
If Denmark loses or they concede, then you are in big trouble then.
Yeah, I am. How much is the France defenders?
I think Kimpembe is 6 million plus. He must be around 6.1.
Kimpembe is 5.6.
Oh, he's 5.6, but he won't fit into a big budget. What about the Italian ones? I don't think they are cheap as well. Then you can't even go for Laporte. I think he's also costly. Who else is there? Maybe Dutch defenders, Daley Blind, something like that.
I already have a Dutch defender, and I have 3 Dutch players.
Yeah, you can have 4, but okay, but Christensen, no Christensen. Hold on,
This is the problem. This is the problem I keep finding myself in. Like, what's the autofill? Autofill just keeps giving me it keeps giving me Swedish players, and I had a Swedish player in there. But the thing is, next round I have to take them out regardless.
Yeah. See, I'll tell you, I got Roberts in, and I got Eric Garcia in, Gosens, and those are the defenders that I have on the bench with Dumfries and Spinazzola. So, if you have slot for another Italian one, why don't you take one of the Italian ones if they fit into the budget? 5.4.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna put a French defender in.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Kimpembe in because Kimpembe is cheap, and
but he's 5.6.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a way to reduce my amount by 2. How could I do that? I don't want to take out Spinazzola.
Nope, not a good idea. You can't touch your defense right now.
Can I touch Verratti? Would you go down to Jorginho?
Nope, I wouldn't. He barely does anything in a game unless they get a penalty or something like that. Trust me, I'm telling you this. Just don't go for Christensen. Which defender? Kimpembe. Okay, Kimpembe is a decent shout. Again, Gosens. What about the midfielder, the third midfielder that you have?
Forsberg. I'm keeping him.
What's his price? What's his price tag?
1 second. I'm not going to use all my money. I'm just gonna get either Pau Torres or thing. This is a headache, guys.
It is exactly, and this is why we are doing the stream so that people.
Oh, Belgium.
Yeah.
Is there a good defender?
The Spurs ones.
No, but Belgium's not gonna get a clean sheet.
Not a chance. Not a chance. It would be a miracle if they get a clean sheet. And someone had asked this Diego Jota, good shout. Right now, no one can beat Ronaldo in terms of fantasy points.
No one's really going with double Portugal. Everyone's just putting Cristiano in. That's it.
It's going to be a differential if you take him. And Ryan, hold on. Just give me a few minutes. I'll also address your dad's team. And another question was, who's the better duo, Ronaldo and Damsgaard or Immobile and Wijnaldum? Money-wise,
Immobile and Ronaldo.
No, but in this pairing, Immobile and Wijnaldum in terms of pricing and the product. Ronaldo, he's been getting the penalties, but if those penalties stop, he needs to score more open goals as well. Let's see what happens there. And another question, so wouldn't you go for Spinazzola and Di Lorenzo? Because I have them both. See, the only concern there is, you can do that. I did that in the last game week. Italy has not conceded goals in the last 10 games, as I mentioned. They have not conceded a goal in the Euros so far. So you can keep them. But again, I am expecting...
Who's Ukraine playing?
Ukraine is playing... Aren't they playing like Sweden?
I don't want to risk it. I don't want to go against myself.
Just try to get a defender of 5.4 million and a decent one.
There's no defender worth 5.4 million. That's the problem. Everyone's worth like 5.3 million.
Just take your bid on either Pau Torres or Eric Garcia, one of them, and just fill the slot.
I like the Swedish defender, but he's too cheap. Pau Torres. Yo, do you trust Spain?
I get the feeling they'll beat Croatia. A lot of people are saying that Croatia will go through. So that is the thing again. Croatia has been up and down. They are an aging team. That is the concern. And
okay, so yeah. So what's better, guys? This team or the team with Pogba? This team or the team with Pogba and the other team had Pogba, Benzema, and a Swedish defender. Which team's better?
If people seriously say the previous one was, will you be changing your team all over again?
Okay, which team's better? The team with Benzema, Pogba, and Ding, or Moreno, Kevin De Bruyne, and Gosens?
See, on paper, if you ask me, I will prefer Benzema and Pogba there. But it's your choice again. Now, I'm not going to confuse you anymore.
People in the chat, what's your answer?
One sec. Let me just see what they're saying. What's the negatives of happening both? Organ, it's like if Austria scores a goal, both their clean sheets are gone. So that is one problem. And Fadzali saying Donnarumma and Wes or Michael and Di Lorenzo already have Spinazzola. Plan is double Danish and Italian. You're putting too much faith in Denmark and Italy. Italy, I think that is a good thing to do, putting faith in them. But overall, with respect to Denmark, it's a bit risky, but anything could happen. They did concede a goal against Russia as well, even though Russia is shit. But according to Organ, it's 1. I'm telling you, you're gonna lose. You're gonna get like you're gonna be in a loop of changing the team over and over again. See, the thing is, everyone is expecting France to slap, as I said, Switzerland. Gerard Moreno, Luis Enrique hasn't been able to do anything with him so far. Kevin De Bruyne, again, up against a tough Portugal side. It's going to be a tough game. Gosens versus England, again, you don't know what Gareth Southgate may produce. So that is why they are more people watching. Would you take option one or option two? Okay, so Igal has made the changes now. One more thing, Igal, what I will suggest is just wait for the lineups to come out for Wales and
And
Denmark.
the reason is because
Yeah.
look, this looks a lot better. Look at this.
Yeah.
So I would have those guys on the bench, and I'll have it like that. Instead of having Pogba and Benzema, I'll have now Kevin De Bruyne and Gerard Moreno, and I can put Moreno on the bench without stress.
Yeah, that is the thing. If so, you want to play 5 midfielders, is that so, or you want to play 3 strikers?
I would imagine if all my midfielders get returns. I don't need strikers.
Yeah,
All my
Insigne and
midfielders are
Insigne.
heavy scorers. You guys like this better, or the team with Benzema and Pogba and no defense?
One sec, I'm just checking a few things. Italy plays first, Netherlands after that.
Yo, it's just confirmed. Meslier starting.
Who's starting?
Meslier.
But the lineup is out already. Oh,
Yeah.
From the app. From the app, is it?
Yeah, it's out.
No, wait. Why can't I see it? 1 second.
So everyone agrees this is the better team.
Yeah,
No one's
Roberts to start. I think they are also concerned and looking at their own teams as well, because one of the guys said that he preferred
bring the guy on. Bring the other guy on. The guy who wanted to come on.
Okay. And I'll till then go into his dad's team as well.
Okay, yeah, let him share his dad's team.
Yeah, it is his dad's team is Schmeichel, Kjaer, Vestergaard, Roberts, Dumfries, Locatelli, James.
I'm gonna go. Okay, peace out.
Sure, take it. Bale, Gareth Bale, Immobile, Ronaldo, and Depay. Subs are Ward, Van Aanholt, Fernandes, and Kante. A decent team. The only concern is what will Holland do in this game? And again, Solar was asking about Jota. So big up Solar as well. Jota, again, it's a differential. Not a lot of people will have him. If you pick him, you take him at your own risk, and you need to be careful about it. That if you're putting too many differentials, if it works for you, you will be on top of the world. If it doesn't work for you, then you will be going down. And that is the only problem that can happen when you take a lot of differential players. So be careful about it. With respect to Ryan's dad's team right now, 1 second. One second. Yeah. Schmeichel, see again, are you expecting it to be a goalless draw or something between Wales and Denmark? If you're expecting it to be a goalless draw between the two teams, I think this works for you because you have Roberts as well, you have Schmeichel as well. So Denmark and Wales, both of those players are playing. Then which James is that? Is that Reece James? If that is Reece James, is Reece James going to start? So that is my concern. Bale again, Wales. You're saying that you have Schmeichel and you're taking Bale. So are you expecting Bale to score? Or which way is it going to go for? That is the only kind of concern that I have there. Then again, Ward, Van Aanholt, and Fernandes and Kante. Fernandes hasn't been doing much. He's not taking the penalties as well. So I think that is a bit of Manchester United love that is there. So try to just keep a check. Fernandes hasn't done much so far. He's not even taking penalties. Ronaldo is a good shout. Depay is a good shout. Immobile is a good shout. I would also tell you get in more French and Italian players. I think you can think about it. Like if you're keeping Schmeichel, would you want to keep Bale and Robertson as well? If you're saying Wales will win, then it has to be Roberts and Bale, but Schmeichel can't be there in the goal because Bale, like these guys will have, someone will have to score for Wales to win. So if you're saying Wales is winning, Schmeichel needs to be changed, and probably you can get maybe the Italian goalkeeper, or maybe what is his name? I forgot. Maybe Hugo Lloris, or as Igal was saying, maybe try to get in a cheap goalkeeper that can probably replace Michael. See, it's your choice, but what I'm trying to say is Donnarumma can be your pick right now because, as I said, I don't expect Italy to concede a goal against Austria, of all people. They have been keeping clean sheets, 10 clean sheets, more than 10, 3 in the Euros already. I am expecting a 4th clean sheet coming from Italy today. So the one last thing that I want to share with you guys is, before I wrap this up, I think, Ryan and his dad probably are now offline because the lineups must have come out. But quickly, I just want to share the screen with you again. And my final call here is that I want to say is, what I'm trying to show here is, one second. Yeah. So I have my team on screen again. The first 2 games are Wales versus Denmark and Italy versus Austria. My captain, now it's captain time. Insigne, Locatelli, Immobile. Okay, I'm giving Immobile the captain's armband. The guy may miss a few chances, but he's the striker for Italy, and he tends to always find his way to onto the score sheet. I think Immobile will be scoring, and I think that will be about that. And it's hopefully he's my captain right now. Let's see what happens to cracking games coming up. So big up to all of you. So many people in the chat again. Thank you so much for your support. And as I said, I hope some of these tips worked out for you. Unfortunately, it took us a bit of time to get into the whole thing because Igal was having his doubt as well, and he was trying to resolve the whole issue out and work on his team. But big up to all of you people who have joined us and joined in. And I hope that some of the tips that we gave you and some of the tips that came your way actually help you like change your teams around and give you some good useful pointers as well. I wish you all the best for the knockout stages, the round of 16 that is going to start in almost an hour, in more than an hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Big up to all you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Be home, be safe. I'm in India. There's a Delta virus here, Delta Plus virus now. So another lockdown incoming probably for the third wave. Take care of yourself. Be happy. Enjoy. And come on, you Gunners, for all the awesome.